This is really interesting. Shytoshi Kusama just dropped a massive update. And this could push new investors to Shiba Inu. This is really massive, and could remove a few zeros on the Shiba Inu price soon. And here's the crazy part. One analyst also justified this, with leaked exact dates of the next Shiba Inu rally. It's closer than we think. What is happening? And how Shytoshi Kusama just saved Shiba Inu? Well, let me explain. Disclaimer. Today might actually be a super exciting day for the Shiba Inu community, because Shytoshi Kusama just came back out of nowhere and dropped something wild. After being totally silent for what felt like forever, he suddenly returned with not just one, but multiple major updates. And one of them is pretty insane. So get this. He's introducing a point system to evaluate Shiba Inu holders. Yeah, a point system. No other meme coin has anything like this. It's completely new. That alone is super bullish because it could spark some serious interest from fresh investors, especially those who are watching from the sidelines. And if that happens, we could definitely see some upward pressure on the price. But hold up. Before we dive into the really juicy stuff he announced, let's first look at how this might already be affecting Shiba Inu's price. Right now, we're actually seeing a bit of a bounce. In the last 24 hours, the price has inched up enough to erase the dip from earlier this week. Pretty encouraging, right? And here's where it gets even more interesting. One market analyst has been watching all this closely, and according to him, Shiba Inu might be right on the edge of something big. This analyst recently shared his breakdown using something called the Elliott wave structure. Basically, it's a pattern that helps predict how prices move over time. According to his analysis, Shiba Inu has actually been following this upward channel ever since it launched. Remember that massive spike back in 2021 when it hit its all-time high? Yeah, that was right at the top of that channel. Since then, the price has been correcting and forming what he describes as a classic wave pattern. If this plays out like he's predicting, we could be looking at a gain that's several times bigger than where we're at now, maybe even pushing past that previous all-time high and targeting levels that would turn a lot of heads. So yeah, this update from Shytoshi combined with the bullish chart setup, things are getting very spicy for Shiba Inu. So what just actually happened? Well, Shytoshi Kusama, the mysterious figure behind a lot of Shiba Inu's big moves, finally gave us a peek at what he's been cooking up. And it's something called the Karma system. He dropped the details in a new podcast with Shadowhunter, who's another key dev in the ecosystem. And honestly, this might be one of the smartest updates the project's ever had. So what is Karma exactly? According to Kusama and Shadowhunter, it's going to work like a trust score for people involved in the Shiba Inu world. Think of it like how eBay rates sellers based on how reliable and honest they are. But instead of just selling stuff, this score reflects how you interact with different parts of the Shiba Inu ecosystem, like using ShibaSwap or participating in the metaverse. Shadowhunter put it in a really clear way. He said karma is kind of like your digital reputation. The more genuine and active you are in the ecosystem, the more your karma builds. And it's not just some vanity number. This score will actually matter. It'll show how credible you are. And over time, it could even influence things like your access to features or maybe even early perks. Kusama mentioned something super important too. He pointed out how the crypto space is filled with scams and sketchy players. And that's just facts. Right now, you really don't know who you're dealing with in most crypto communities. Karma changes that. It brings a level of accountability into a space that's always been kind of wild and anonymous. That's huge. Now here's where it gets really exciting for holders. This isn't just a cool community tool. It could seriously boost Shiba Inu's image and price. First off, it makes the project look way more legit. Instead of just being labeled a meme coin, Shiba Inu starts to look like a platform with real utility, real innovation, and a system that actually protects and values its users. That's the kind of stuff serious investors love to see. And think about the impact that can have. When people feel safer and more connected to a project, they stick around. They buy in. New folks get curious. That leads to more volume, more activity. And yeah, that usually means upward movement in price. If Karma does what it's supposed to do, it could bring in a fresh wave of trust and hype that pushes Shiba Inu into a totally new zone. And we're not just talking about a little bump. If enough people get behind this, it could absolutely be the kind of move that helps shave off some of those zeros in the price. So yeah, Karma might sound chill and spiritual, but in the Shiba Inu world, it could be the start of something seriously powerful. And just like that, people are getting super bullish on Shiba Inu. The vibes around the community are shifting fast. And here's the exciting part. One analyst actually went as far as to pinpoint when Shiba Inu could start dropping some of those zeros off its price. Yeah, you heard that right. There's now a timeline floating around. These predictions aren't just random guesses either. We're talking about well-followed analysts and platforms giving serious thought to where Shiba Inu could be headed both short-term, like before this bull run ends, and way down the line. For example, last year, an analyst named Michael said Shiba Inu could hit a much higher price by the end of this cycle. Not long after, another analyst, Charting Guy, doubled down on that same number, pointing toward the end of this year as a possible time for it to happen. Even some big voices in the Shiba Inu community are feeling it. Shiba Bezos, one of the most vocal supporters, recently talked about 5 different price targets, and even the most conservative of those was way higher than where we are now. Some folks are even dreaming way bigger, talking about targets that could literally turn regular holders into millionaires if they hold long enough. And yeah, that's got a lot of people paying attention. Now, when exactly can Shiba Inu realistically reach those numbers? That's the golden question. So a few big names like Telejayon and Changelly, along with AI tools like ChatGPT and Grok, have tried to estimate timelines. Right now, Shiba Inu is still trading super low, meaning that even the first price milestone people are eyeing would need a massive gain. We're talking about over 15x just to reach that first bullish target. And going even higher? That'd be a whole other level. Think thousands of %. Some platforms like Changelly are playing it safe. They think it might take until early 2031 for Shiba Inu to even get close to that first price goal, and much longer for the bigger ones. But not everyone agrees. Telejayon's outlook is way more hopeful. They're suggesting Shiba Inu could hit that early target in just a few years, maybe around 2028, and potentially climb even higher in the years that follow. Of course, these are just projections. No one can predict the future with total accuracy. But here's what makes all of this so important. The fact that these conversations are even happening means something. It shows just how much interest and belief there still is in Shiba Inu. Whether it's from analysts, AI models, or passionate holders, the sentiment is shifting. There's real buzz. And if momentum keeps building, especially with updates like the Karma system creating more trust and utility, it could help fuel the kind of price movement that takes this coin to a completely new level. So yeah, the zeros might not vanish tomorrow. But with everything lining up the way it is, the road to those higher price points doesn't feel as far-fetched as it once did. And to back up all the hype, one analyst just pointed out 3 big reasons why a Shiba Inu rally could be coming very soon. First, the burn rate has gone crazy, nearly 20 times higher in just 24 hours, with millions of tokens gone. Most of that came from one mysterious transaction. Then there's Shibarium. Activity on the network has been booming, with millions of daily transactions. It's slashing fees, speeding things up, and helping burn more tokens. Big names like Jeremy Da Vinci have said Shiba Inu could skyrocket if real apps and use cases start landing on Shibarium. So yeah, it's close. Finally, we've got exchange net flows. More people are moving their tokens off exchanges, which usually means they're holding for the long haul. Less supply on exchanges equal sign, less selling pressure equal sign, bullish sign. So, to wrap it all up, Shiba Inu isn't just riding on hype anymore. With Shytoshi Kusama back, the Karma system bringing real trust to the ecosystem, the burn rate exploding, Shibarium gaining momentum, and bullish predictions stacking up, all signs are pointing towards something big. If this momentum holds, Shiba Inu could be on the edge of a major breakout. And yeah, maybe even ready to drop some of those zeros. But what is your opinion on this? Comment down below. If you are curious to find more, then make sure to click on one of the videos you see on the screen. And with that, we come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed the video, then turn on the notifications bell on this channel. Missing an important Shiba Inu update might make you lose money, so don't risk it. Also, please share this video with as many people as possible. Let's get this news out there.